Shirley Frye, who's devoted 40 years or more of service to Greensboro Public Schools and local institutions of higher learning. And she serves on numerous boards, including NCCJ and the Bryan Foundation. Shirley and Henry Frye were honored in 1991.
Good morning to each of you. I'm Shirley Frye, born in a small eastern North Carolina town, and now living in Greensboro, Guilford County for more than 60 years. That is to suggest to you that I have been a North Carolinian all of my life. If you permit me, I'll use these notes not to encourage the expansion of my remarks, but as an anchor to keep me nailed down to a short space of time. Let me preface my comments with this. I have been happily married 55 years, 8 months and 23 days to the very best man in the world. I was happy the day I married, and I'm happy today. I wish I have for every person, be they married or not. I'm here today to express my opposition to Amendment 1, that I understand will be on the ballot on May 8th in this primary, which reads, constitutional amendment to provide that marriage between one man and one woman is the only domestic legal union that shall be valid or recognized in the state. If the amendment passes, a new section would be added to Article 14 of the North Carolina Constitution, and it would read, Section 6, marriage. Marriage between one man and one woman is the only domestic legal union that shall be valid or recognized in the state. This section does not prohibit a private party from entering into contracts with another private party, nor does this section prohibit courts from adjudicating the rights of private parties pursuant to such contracts. I will vote against the amendment. Why? My first question is, why do we need this amendment to the Constitution? As I understand it, the law in North Carolina already provides that marriage between individuals of the same sex is not valid in North Carolina. It has been clear in North Carolina for a long time that marriage means between one man and one woman. So why stir up a hot issue at this time by proposing a new constitutional amendment that is complicated, poorly constructed, and introduces new terminology that no one has interpreted or understands? It will clutter up the courts from now until eternity. Please note, as I read the statute that is proposed to be added to the Constitution, has two sentences. The first sentence says that marriage between one man and one woman is the only domestic legal union that shall be valid or recognized in the state. The second sentence of the statute says that the amendment does not prohibit a private party from entering into a contract with another private party. What does that mean? I don't understand it. I didn't, so I asked 3 different responsible lawyers what it meant. And they turned around and asked me, what does it mean? They weren't able to answer. Then the second part of the second sentence of the proposed statute that will become valid when the amendment passes says, nor does this section prohibit courts from adjudicating the rights of private parties pursuant to such contracts. Again, I ask, why should this proposed amendment be on the ballot? This amendment is discriminatory. It has no time, we have no time for prejudices or discrimination. It is not inclusive. We should be about respecting the rights of all despite of our differences. We are the same under our scheme. We should treat all people just as we want to be treated. It attempts to make choices for others. We should be concentrating our time, our energy, our efforts to finding ways to bring jobs to our state and building our economy. North Carolina is competing with the world for business. With a high percentage of unemployment, we need to be open and inclusive to fulfill the needs of those companies that would like to bring their businesses to North Carolina. With this kind of verbiage, we will lose businesses rather than bring them here. We should place our people above divisive politics. We should strive to show democracy in action, working toward a great state for all regardless of who we are. There can be no time for prejudices or discrimination in the presence of joblessness, which is no respecter of race, religion, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. We need all people to help all of those people who want and need to go back to work. This past Sunday, my minister spoke from the topic, "Our destiny is in our choices," which was music to my soul. That is exactly what we should remember before we make harsh and hurtful choices for others, or try to make choices for others. How will it affect our destiny? As you know, a choice is the act of an opportunity or privilege of choosing freedom. I made the choice to do what I do today. I made the choice to speak out against this amendment. I made the choice to remain in North Carolina. I made the choice to marry the man that I did. I made other choices. They were all personal choices. I do not intend to make choices for others. It would be unfair. I have lived all of my life by the golden rule. That is to treat others as I would like to be treated. It is my hope and for all of us that we would choose to do the same. As a lifetime North Carolinian, I want my state, my home, to live up to its motto, esse quam videre, to be rather than to seem.